All right, y'all. My CBR. All right. As you can see, it's in pieces. It has been in pieces for 3 years now. I have had it to two different shops and nothing. They sent it back from one shop. The other shop tried for a while. I bought a second computer. Here's a list of all the things I did. Okay, so there's a pink wire issue. I bought a new OEM ignition. Do not buy the eBay ignitions. They do not have the diode in the back. They will not work. You have to get an OEM ignition. Yes, they are expensive. Okay. And then under this cover, there's I'll just take this off so you can see it. That guy right there. That is the cam pulse sensor, pulse generator, and that tells it when the spark plugs and the injectors when to fire. So originally I replaced that, but they sent me the wrong one. But it's still installed and it was off. It wouldn't sense it. Anyways, so I replaced that. I replaced the battery, brand new battery. I replaced this guy, the regulator rectifier. That's brand new. I replaced the cam position sensor, which is, I don't know if you can see it. It's right there in the back of the cylinder head there. And anyways, so no spark. One day I just had no spark. Going racking my brain. No, none of the shops the Honda shop pissed me off. They wouldn't even touch it. I brought it there. They had it for a week and then they told me to come and get it because it would be too expensive to fix. Anyways, also I got a new kill switch assembly. It's not closed up all the way because these are actually dirt bike handlebars on this CBR. Someone had it as a stunt bike, but I will be changing these back to the original clip-ons. Anyways, so long story short, guys, there are so many forums out there talking about the pink wire and this and that and this and that. There's a lot of you CBR owners out there that can't ride your bike because the frickin' thing doesn't have spark. Everything works. You know, it'll turn on, it'll cycle, everything cycles. You go to start it, it smells like gas, the injectors are firing, everything's working, but you have no spark. So for 3 years, I have been chasing this gremlin, and today, thanks to this guy on YouTube, I'll link his video, the dude's a freaking savior, man. My bike, I won't start right now because the battery's dead. I need to get a new battery. Even though that was I guess that battery was new like 2 years ago. Anyways, so yeah, I had bought this computer off eBay. They screwed me. Turns out this ECU has the same exact issue as the old ECU. And here's the issue. There are two diodes on the inside of this ECU. They are, let's see if I can get this to focus. They are down in there. Okay? And these wires, try to get a couple different angles. The wires are just there, bridged from one side to the other, where they were two little surface mount diodes. Okay, and all I did is I followed this dude's directions. I just got 2.25 ohm resistors, soldered them together, and jumped this with 2.25 resistors. Okay. And so yeah, I mean it's ugly, but I'm freaking out because the thing runs. I just started it, and it was running a little rough and whatnot. None of the air box or anything is on, but the freaking thing runs for the first time in 3 years. I'm sure the gas is probably getting bad too. Anyway, so gotta cut the top of this off. The video that I link, he shows probably a better way to do this. This is just the way I chose to do it, so I have more room. Now, be very careful, okay? It takes a while. Be patient. It takes a while. You just gotta use xylene and I used this little chisel, and you just keep adding xylene, let it sit for a little bit, just scrape it, keep picking away at that rubber, and eventually you will make it. But about 3/4 of an inch down there is the board. Once you get close to that board, do not use anything metal. If you scratch that board, you're screwed. Okay, once you get down there, you want to use like a plastic pick, something plastic. I used a zip tie that I cut, just a bigger zip tie. The guy on the other YouTube video here shows he just used a big zip tie and to get it clean. And just this is my first time I ever soldered anything. Okay, so it's ugly, but it runs. Okay, so even if you're a newbie at soldering, he'll use cheap soldering iron. And this is the solder I got from Harbor Freight. It's just a rosin core electrical solder. Okay, and then these are the diode, or not diodes, resistors I got off not eBay, off Amazon. Okay, trying not to shake here, pretty shaky. So yeah, just 0.25 ohm resistors, 2 of them. See, there they are, hooked together, and there's 2 of them. So it runs, and I just figured, man, there is nothing on the internet except for this one dude. And he's not even talking about a 600. This is an 02 CBR 600 F4i. And his was like a dune buggy build that he was using a 929 motor for. But it's the same thing. Same diodes inside that stupid ECU right there. Those diodes are just too small. They burn out, and then the computer shuts the spark off to protect itself. So there you go. She runs. I'm ordering some new stuff for it. There's this blinker thing is it works, I guess, but I want a new one because it's kind of old. It doesn't run real smooth. And I am changing these handlebars back to the clip-ons. I like dirt bike handlebars, but on this particular kind of bike, it is not very comfortable. It pushes you, it forces you to sit up more upright, and it puts a lot of pressure on your wrists. Anyways, there you go. Hope you guys can get your bikes fixed. I mean, these diodes cost me $7. The solder cost me like $3-4, and I already had the soldering iron, but it's just a cheap little soldering iron you can get for probably $5-10 at Harbor Freight, or order one on eBay. Just a little tiny electronic soldering iron. Anyways, yeah, I hope all of you out there find this, and I hope you can get your bike running, because I just about pissed myself earlier when this thing fired up. I'm so freaking excited. So, yeah.